the Republican nominee if that Republican nominee is Donald Trump. In other words, they feel that's potential growth space for them in those states, North Carolina especially, because that's the one that the Biden campaign would like to turn into a battleground state.
In Gaza, Palestinian men and boys have grabbed airdrop boxes of humanitarian aid, including flour and rice. This, as President Biden says, that Israel has been cooperating on ceasefire talks, but now it's up to Hamas.
We get into a circumstance where this continues through Ramadan. Israel and Jerusalem, it could be very, very dangerous. So we're trying hard for that ceasefire.
The Texas Panhandle is ravaged by wildfires, and on top of that, for one town, a volunteer fire chief has been killed in an unrelated fire. Reporter Chris Fox with more.
Fritch, Texas, one of many small towns devastated by the largest wildfire in Texas history. Its fire chief, Zeb Smith, killed fighting a structure fire. Texas Governor Greg Abbott.
He was willing to put his own life on the line to save the property of others. And that is what Texas heroism is all about.
Still under investigation, the cause of the fire. Some landowners now focused on a downed power line.
In a report published in The Lancet, it warns about the over-medicating of menopause and urges more support for women as they age. CBS News medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder on other findings.
Black and Hispanic women report more severe hot flashes than white women, and Asian American women less severe hot flashes than white women. This might be related to stress, as higher stress levels can worsen hot flashes.
This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Jim was at the laundromat when he heard. His ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring Gain scent beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent maracas smell amazing." You could call them scent maracas, but most noses call them Gain scent beads. Try Gain scent beads. Way fresher than detergent alone.
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance. And you can weather any storm. You'll also save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote. Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
What does Meals on Wheels do? They deliver meals and smiles to homebound seniors. But Meals on Wheels does something else. They turn a volunteer's lunch break into a meaningful experience.
As small and as simple as the relationship is between a volunteer and a client of Meals on Wheels, it's really so impactful. I never thought that 5 minutes could make so much difference in the lives of two people, but it has.
Drop off a warm meal and get more than you expect. Volunteer at americaletsdolunch.org. That's americaletsdolunch.org. Brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council. From dreamer to doer, it's about finding the right path and the right people to walk alongside you. At Indiana Wesleyan University, we help dreamers become doers through flexible learning pathways, including online, hybrid, and on-campus opportunities, accessible tuition, incredible community, and intentional faculty who make world-changing connections. The road ahead? It's closer than you think. With Indiana Wesleyan. Start today at discovertheway.com.
Ohio, ready for some quick mental health facts? Let's go. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. In the U.S., more than 50% of people will be diagnosed with a mental illness in their lifetime. Depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide. So why are some of us still stigmatizing people living with a mental health condition when we know all of this? Let's listen to the facts and beat the stigma. Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
That's why at Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe it's time the world sees your smile. With new financing options, you don't need to wait to get your smile back. Our practices in Vancouver, Longview, and Wilsonville are open to serve you. Schedule a free new smile consultation. Call 1-800-DENTURE or visit affordabledentures.com to find a location near you. That's 1-800-DENTURE or visit affordabledentures.com. Affordable Dentures and Implants. Go ahead and smile.
Go ahead and smile. No matter the time.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
EXL.
Independent thoughts, independent life. This is Chad Benson.
9-0. Man, that's an ass whooping. In any sport, you get 0. But at SCOTUS, it happens a lot more than you think, because everybody always thinks everything is 5-4, 6-3. No. And 9-0 yesterday, a message was sent. Hey, guess what? Trump's going to be on the ballot, and you deciding he doesn't get to be on the ballot is not something you get to do based on your feelings. Oh, Chad. Yeah, SCOTUS spoke yesterday, and they spoke loudly, and they said, nah, you're not taking him off. And people freaked out. But I saw a couple articles, and I saw a couple pieces that I thought were perfect. The left's excitement to get Trump off the ballot and the way that they push the narrative in mainstream left-leaning media, which is most of it, was part of their problem. The problem was they were super excited because they thought that this was going to happen, knowing full well it was never going to happen.
The U.S. Constitution pretty clearly disqualifies him from holding office.
You've said a couple of times that Trump tried to carry out a coup, tried to overthrow democracy. Doesn't that mean he meets the criteria in the 14th Amendment?
Legal scholars left and right are lining up behind the position, the interpretation of the Constitution, that Donald Trump is already disqualified.
It does seem like the 14th Amendment is very clear. I think that it's pretty clear that it does bar them, and I'm optimistic.
There's a right legal answer, Jen, and it's one offered by William Baude and Michael Paulson, who are two conservative Federalist Society lawyers, and they say Trump is disqualified. And yes, Trump has many defenses, but they all fail. He doesn't actually have good legal arguments, and so hopefully the advocates can really bring that about on Thursday and make that point clear and can speak truth to power and say, look, you Supreme Court, you've talked all about the original intent of the founders. Here, the original intent of the founders is very clear. Someone like Donald Trump has no business running for office in our constitutional democracy.
That was pre the hearing and the listening to it by SCOTUS and them going, yeah, no, he's not kicked off. He was never going to be kicked off. The biggest jury in America is the voter, and they'll have their say. And as Alan Dershowitz said, this was as easy as it gets.
It's the easiest case possible because the framers said that Congress has the power to implement this. If you're going to prevent somebody from running for president, you need to know what the rules are. Who has the burden of proof? Is it a jury trial? Does he have to be convicted of a crime? We don't know any of those things from the words of the 14th Amendment. That's up to Congress. And so the decision was a no-brainer, even though Professor Tribe and Judge Lutek and Keith Olbermann have gone. Olbermann wants to dissolve the Supreme Court. Tribe thinks this is a terrible anti-democratic decision.
Yeah, nothing's more anti-democrat than being anti-democrat. Keith Olbermann, by the way, wants to dissolve the court. I tweeted it out last night. Just spectacular. The losing their mind makes me laugh. By the way, in politics, and I don't care if it's right or left, when anybody loses their mind over something and the sky is falling and the world is over, it does make me laugh. I'm not going to lie to you. But just watching them melt down yesterday everywhere was spectacular. How could this be? Was it? Well, first of all, Was he charged with insurrection? No. Okay, so wasn't charged with something, but you want to then disqualify him based on that. Now, did he have a hearing? Well, no. Was there, as Dershowitz said, was there a trial? Was there any basis for this? Have we set up a situation where he gets to have a trial, he gets to go through all of these things? Congress has set it up where they get a hearing. Was there any of that? No. And it was the right decision. And it was 9-0. This was not close. This was not like, hey, you know what, it was 5-4 and they knew that. No, this was 9-0. And by the way, I think in the immunity side of it, I think Trump's